When we talk about weddings, we usually think of joy, togetherness, and celebration. But every now and then, you'll notice that some people choose not to attend. They get the invitation, they see the pictures, they may even send their best wishes, but they don't go. It might seem strange at first, maybe even rude to some, but behind that choice, there's often a complex web of emotion, psychology, and circumstance that deserves understanding rather than judgment. For many, the thought of a wedding ceremony brings excitement and warmth, a chance to reconnect with friends, to witness love take shape, to be part of something memorable. But for others, it stirs discomfort, anxiety, or emotional exhaustion. Sometimes the decision not to attend doesn't come from indifference. It comes from deep reflection, quiet struggle, or self-preservation. Think of the person who dreads big gatherings, the noise, the spotlight, the pressure to socialize. For someone with social anxiety or introversion, that isn't just an uncomfortable setting. It's a battlefield of nerves. They might spend weeks debating whether they can face it, rehearsing conversations in their head, worrying about where they'll sit, how they'll look, what people will say. Eventually, the emotional cost outweighs the joy, and they decide not to go. Not because they don't care, but because they're protecting themselves from panic or exhaustion. Others skip weddings because of comparison or emotional triggers. Imagine someone who has just gone through a painful breakup or who's still single while friends are pairing off. A wedding can become a mirror reflecting everything they wish they had, everything they've lost, or everything society says they should have by now. Sitting through a ceremony that celebrates love might feel like reopening an unhealed wound. Declining the invitation might be their quiet way of saying, "I'm happy for them, but I need to take care of me right now." Then there are those who feel a value conflict. Maybe they don't agree with the circumstances of the marriage, a partner they don't trust, a family dynamic they can't support, or religious and cultural rituals that clash with their own beliefs. For them, attending would feel like silent approval of something they can't stand behind. And so they don't attend, not out of judgment, but as an act of integrity, of drawing a line that says, "I wish you well, but I can't be part of this performance." Of course, not every absence is about deep emotion or inner conflict. Sometimes it's as simple as money and logistics. Weddings can be expensive to attend. There's travel, gifts, accommodation, new clothes. For a guest already juggling rent bills or kids, saying yes might mean a financial setback. For others, it's about time, work schedules, family care, or overlapping commitments. Life gets crowded, and even a joyful invitation can start to feel like another demand. People feel guilty saying no, but deep down they know they have to. Guilt is a powerful emotion in this whole story. Society teaches us that weddings are sacred, that if you love someone, you show up. So when a person says no, they often wrestle with guilt. They worry the couple will be hurt, that mutual friends will gossip, that it'll seem like they don't care. They might even spend weeks replaying the decision, wondering if they should have just gone anyway. That guilt can be heavier than the cost of the trip itself. Yet for some, saying no brings relief. Relief from social pressure, from financial strain, from emotional discomfort. In that relief, there's often a sense of taking back control, of finally doing what feels right for their mental health. For them, declining isn't rejection, it's self-care. It's saying, "I love you, but I also need to protect my peace." Now think about how it feels for the couple. They've spent months planning, sending invitations, dreaming of that perfect guest list. Every seat filled with people they cherish. When someone doesn't come, especially a close friend or relative, it can sting. They might take it personally, interpreting absence as a sign of distance or disapproval. And yet, most of the time, it's not about them at all. It's about circumstances that aren't visible from the outside. Understanding that can soften the disappointment. At a deeper level, choosing not to attend a wedding touches on identity and belonging. Weddings are social rituals. They tell us who's part of the circle. When someone steps outside that circle, even temporarily, it can signal that their relationship to the group has shifted. Maybe they've grown apart, maybe their life path has changed, maybe they no longer fit into the same rhythm as before. It's not necessarily sadness or resentment. Sometimes it's simply life moving in different directions. There's also the question of authenticity. People are learning that attending out of obligation can feel hollow. Many now prefer to honor others from afar, rather than show up half-heartedly. They'll send a gift, write a note, or schedule a dinner later when things are calmer. It's a quieter form of celebration, but it can be more sincere than smiling through discomfort. In modern life, boundaries are being redefined. The idea that we must attend every major event just because we're invited no longer fits a world where people are busier, more mobile, and more conscious of emotional energy. Saying no is becoming part of healthy relationship management. It's not a rejection, it's a recalibration. Imagine someone receiving 3 wedding invitations in one summer, each across different cities, each demanding travel, expense, and time. No matter how much they care for the couples, it's not sustainable. Choosing one or none doesn't mean they value friendship less. It means they're acknowledging limits, and limits are essential for well-being. For some, non-attendance also comes from a place of grief. They might have lost a partner or a loved one who would have attended with them. The thought of sitting in a ceremony surrounded by couples and families might feel unbearable. Skipping the event is a form of mourning, an invisible way of saying, "I'm not ready yet." In every instance, the decision carries an emotional signature: guilt, relief, anxiety, defiance, or peace. There's no single psychology that defines it. It's always a mix of circumstance, personality, and timing. And yet, our society still measures connection by presence. We equate being there physically with caring emotionally. But relationships aren't built on attendance alone. They're built on empathy, honesty, and communication. A heartfelt message, a follow-up call, or genuine congratulations can mean as much as showing up in person. It helps to remember that absence doesn't always equal apathy. Sometimes it's love expressed differently. Sometimes it's the only way someone can stay healthy and authentic in their relationships. There's a quiet wisdom in respecting your own limits. When someone declines a wedding invitation, they're often saying, "I know myself. I know what I can give and what I can't right now." That kind of self-awareness is not selfishness. It's emotional maturity. And for those hosting or marrying, understanding that truth can prevent resentment. When you recognize that each guest carries their own story, their own pressures, their own reasons, you free yourself from the pain of taking it personally. You begin to see that celebration doesn't lose its meaning because of a few empty seats. The love, the commitment, the joy, those remain untouched. In a world that moves faster every year, where our emotional bandwidth feels smaller and our social calendars fuller, it's natural that people redefine what showing up really means. Maybe showing up can be a heartfelt message, a quiet toast from afar, or a genuine hug weeks later when the noise has faded. Choosing not to attend a marriage ceremony isn't the end of a relationship. It can be the start of a more honest one based on understanding rather than obligation. When both sides, the couple and the guest, act with empathy, communication, and respect, absence no longer feels like betrayal. It feels like truth spoken gently. So the next time you find yourself hesitating over a wedding invitation, take a moment to listen inward. Ask yourself what you truly feel. Excitement, anxiety, joy, dread. If you go, go with presence and warmth. If you stay home, do it with sincerity and kindness. Let your decision reflect care, not guilt. And if you're the one waiting for someone who didn't show up, remember that their absence doesn't erase their affection or their history with you. People love in different ways, and sometimes that love needs space, quiet, and boundaries. In the end, every marriage ceremony, every invitation, every RSVP yes or no is a mirror showing us what we value: connection, authenticity, compassion, and self-understanding. And maybe that's what truly matters. Not how many people sit in the chairs, but how much honesty and empathy fill the space between them.